What's going on this week in Nerf?
Welcome to This Week in Nerf, your source for first-party, third-party, and community Nerf news. I'm Adriana, and this week we've got a lot of cool stuff made by some cool people. But first, the 2022 New York Toy Fair has officially been canceled. Originally slated to take place in mid-February, the event was canceled primarily due to COVID-19 concerns. Before this announcement, the New York Post reported that Hasbro had already pulled out of the event alongside several other manufacturers and retailers. And Spielwarenmesse, another yearly toy expo that takes place in Nürburgring, Germany, was also canceled due to COVID-19. Similarly, Zing and Zuru had already opted not to show at the event before its cancellation was official. February is typically a time for announcements for new toys because of these events, but we'll have to keep our eyes open for news on upcoming products, however the large companies decide to show them now. Asian Armory has put out the production version of their Breflon barrel. The barrel, which has a smooth Teflon interior and a brass sleeve, promises all the performance of a wax brass barrel without having to actually wax it before every war. They say users can expect a 5 to 10% performance boost with Breflon over anodized aluminum 13mm barrels. We're excited to personally test these claims when ours arrives. And if you're interested, Asian Armory sells them in length from 6 inches all the way up to 36 inches for the truly insane record breaker builds that want to scrape every little bit of muzzle velocity they can. For the newest installment of Never Enough Lever Action, designer The Onion Bro debuted this lever action conversion kit for the Busby Sentry last week. It's called the Chester, because it's shorter than Winchester. Born out of the throes of madness, this kit is entirely 3D printed, free on Thingiverse, and requires no hardware. The Onion Bro has tested it with some fairly beefy springs, so it should stand up to most abuse that we can throw at it. Flex on the Knockout users with this weird flex, but okay, kit from Detroit Dartworks. The kit includes a 3D printed breech and barrel collet to convert the rival Flex to fire short darts from either Flypoint or Colonel Wasp Firefly shells. The weird Flex gets around 130 to 140 FPS with the kit and no other upgrades, and you can get the files from Detroit Dartworks Etsy for only $5. Do note that there is some extra hardware and shell cutting required. But unintended ammo, silly loading procedure, shells, what's not to love? There's yet another new designer on the block, and he's got a very interesting series of blasters lined up already. The Cobalt Design C35 platform is designed around a universal lower receiver, which can accept a whole range of upper receiver configurations to fire different ammo types, use different actions, and even swap between being a Springer and a Flywheeler. It's a pretty cool idea. The lower also features mounting points for sling swivels and holster magnets and an extendable TPU butt pad, and can be disassembled completely without tools. Currently, they're offering 3 variants of the C35 on their shop. The C35A Rocinante is the flagship of the series, with a pump-action grip, Talon magwell, and 13-inch barrel hitting around 240 FPS. For those looking for something a little bit more compact, Cobalt also offers the C35B Axiom, which swaps the pump grip for a longshot-style bolt-action prime and a 6-inch barrel. Finally, there's the C35E Stingray, which Cobalt bills as a stealth pistol, with a T-pole prime and a 7-round Y hopper. Cobalt also teased 2 more variants of the C35, the C35C Valkyrie, it's a semi-auto micro flywheel carbine, and C35D Zora is a beefy pump-action revolver shotgun. These versions aren't available quite yet on the site though. The Rocinante, Axiom, and Stingray are made to order starting at $265, $210, and $145 respectively. No word on hardware kits just yet, but you can check them out at cobaltdesigner.com. Your boy Silly Butts has been hard at work these last few weeks designing a brand new barrel for Mega XL and then immediately throwing it out to design a better one. The newest version uses printed rifling based on Tonticle's Trivictus Scar barrel for better accuracy over a smooth barrel and great performance out of high-volume air blasters. He's got a version for Schedule 40 PVC, one for 16mm barrels, and a blank barrel intended for other designers to integrate into their own Mega XL builds, plus a legacy smooth bore version for springers. Our first leak this episode comes from Worker of all places. Nerfer Jake Young posted this short video showing off a pump action upgrade kit for the Worker Cheetah. It appears to be mostly 3D printed with a Picatinny pump grip and top rail and a side folding stock. According to Young, the kit was licensed from Worker from an independent designer and will be available from them online sometime after the Chinese New Year. And there's no word on price just yet. Next, a new Hammer Prime pistol and possibly a new sub-series from Hasbro. The Elite 2.0 Trailblazer RD8 Wild Edition is an 8-shot Hammer Prime Springer revolver, similar to the Hammer Storm or ye old Hammer Shot. It has a bit of a faux barrel, and at first glance I think that minimization mods are probably going to be pretty popular with this one. The sub-series that it appears to be a part of, Wild Edition, could take a few different directions. It may just be a Sonic series kind of deal with existing Elite 2.0 blasters dolled up in this icy blue color scheme, which would mean that we would see a Trailblazer 2.0 in teal as well. Or it could be closer to the several mini-series that we've seen out of Zombie Strike recently. But of course, all that's just speculation. The rest of the series is still unknown, but this listing is on Dutch distribution site Otto Simon and a Walmart listing for about $16. And for our last leak, we have an official description for the Roblox Dartbringer. Some had speculated that the blaster would be a single-shot pistol or perhaps use a smart AR, but it actually has a 3-dart internal magazine like the Fortnite SP. It also includes a code for an exclusive virtual item on Roblox like the other blasters in the series, but we're not sure what exactly that looks like yet. We also don't have a concrete release date for the Dartbringer, but this new description puts its price at $31.49. Yet another Nerf limited blaster has been revealed, the Boba Fett E3. Based on the Bounty Hunter's classic blaster rifle, the EE3 features lights, sounds, and a paint job to match. It also has a unique gimmick. It's a revolver with swappable cylinders. Each cylinder holds 4 darts and loads into this little swing-open door on the side of the blaster, and the package includes 3 cylinders. I am really liking that Nerf is using this product line to make some novel designs. The EE3 is available to pre-order now for $110 and should ship on March 1st, 2023. But that's not all. A listing on distribution site Blow It Outta Here had the blaster under the codename Buccaneer SR. In the last episode, we covered a leak of the Buccaneer JR, so maybe SR and JR mean senior and junior, and maybe we'll get a shelf version of the Fett Blaster, just like the Mango Mando. Only time will tell, but I certainly hope so. And now it's time for the mod of the week, and this week it goes to Marcus Close for this little Snapfire. It's not an integration, it's not a paint job, but it is a clever design to give a rear pull pistol a little extra oomph. I think the purple cross pattern looks pretty cool as well. It's goofy, it's cheap, but it looks effective. Thanks for sharing it. And that is all the news I have for this week. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, the links to everything that I talked about are down in the description, so you can click on those. The like button, the subscribe button, the bell does something probably. I've honestly never clicked the bell on anyone's videos. I hate notifications, but you should get notifications for our channel. Unless you also hate notifications, in which case don't click the bell. Clearly I don't use YouTube as intended. Okay. This is bad.